Well, Carnival Cruise Line is cracking down and banning cruisers. This could happen to you, and it actually could have happened to us.
JJ Cruise.
Hey everyone, what's up? My name is Jordan and this is JJ Cruise. Thank you so much for clicking into the video today, and thank you so much for all the sweet messages. A lot of people have reached out asking where Jared is. Well, Jared has been working while we've been here at home on the travel agent side of business. I've been trying to take care of YouTube as well as assist him. Of course, if you're looking to book trips, you know that you get to talk to Jared or I. We handle all of our trips. No one works for us. So if you're interested in booking, you can head on over to jjcruise.com, but I promise you, Jared is doing great, and you're about to see us both back on ships within the next week. Moving on to today's topic, there is quite the stir on social media about a new policy or potential new policy coming down the pipeline from Carnival Cruise Line, and it's actually very shocking at how strict Carnival is kind of cracking the whip and cracking down on cruisers. We're going to talk about that, and at the end of the video, I'm going to share a little bit of a story of how, with this new policy, Jared and I actually could have at one time been banned from Carnival Cruise Line for life. But before I do that, I do just want to invite you to subscribe to the channel. We're on the road to 100,000 subscribers. If you love hearing about cruising as much as Jared and I do, please hit that subscribe button and don't forget to hit the thumbs up. A couple of days ago, John Hild, which is Carnival Cruise Line's brand ambassador, took to his Facebook page. Now, this is something that John does often. He has over 500,000 people that follow him on Facebook, and he'll address a number of different issues on behalf of Carnival. He kind of is like a spokesperson or even like a PR person for the Carnival Cruise Line brand. And this week, he decided to address alcohol, specifically smuggling alcohol on board their ships. Now, alcohol on board Carnival Cruise Line has been a hot topic recently because for the first time in many years, Carnival raised the price of their alcohol package by about 25 to 30%. That's a massive increase, and in this economy, people have a lot to say about it online. With prices raising on alcohol, it's no surprise that there's also going to probably be a spike in people trying to sneak alcohol on board. Carnival Cruise Line does allow you to take 2 bottles of wine for your cruise into your room, but you have to bring it in your carry-on bag. You cannot put it in your checked bag, and you have to basically claim that wine with security, saying, these are my 2 bottles, and this is what I'm bringing on board. You cannot bring hard liquor on board, and you are not allowed to sneak it on board. There are a number of different social media videos here on YouTube, over on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, of people showing you how to sneak alcohol on board. Whether you put it into water bottles or you purchase some nifty little lotion bottle or an empty shampoo bottle from Amazon to fill that up and put in your bag and take on board. You don't have to go far to find the different ways that you can sneak alcohol onto a cruise ship. This has also been a rule for all cruise lines for a very long time. But this is the first time a representative for a cruise line has come out and said, if you bring alcohol on board Carnival ships and we catch you, we will ban you from cruising our cruise line for life. Carnival is a part of the large conglomerate of Carnival Corporation brands, which includes brands like Princess, Holland America, P&O, Cunard, and there's a chance if you get banned for life from one of their brands, they might ban you from all of them. So this could actually limit you on where you could sail if you were to bring alcohol on board a ship and, of course, get caught. John goes further to talk about the people that make social media videos online about sneaking alcohol on board their ships. He uses a couple of examples saying that they see the videos that people put online, specifically when you're on, let's say, TikTok and you're boarding your cruise and you make it past security, get to your room, and you say, here I am, I made it on the Carnival celebration, and look at all the alcohol that I brought on board. He claims that there's a number of people monitoring social media, looking for things like this, and if they were to see a video like that, they'd send security to your room, and then of course they would ban you for life. Now, I started this video by sharing how this could have happened to Jared and I want to start by saying Jared and I do not sneak alcohol on board cruise ships, but we have made mistakes. regarding alcohol and packing before. You see, Jared and I are both Diamond Plus with Royal Caribbean. When you reach the Diamond Plus status, you get a gift on board your ship. And for us, we typically will choose a nice bottle of wine, but we are not huge wine drinkers on board ships, so we will normally just pack the wine away in a suitcase and not think about it. We actually have quite the collection of wine from Royal Caribbean sitting right behind me in our wine closet right back there. Well, if you know anything about how Jared and I cruise and how much we cruise, we don't often just fly down to Florida for one cruise. We live in the Midwest. We don't live within a drivable distance to a cruise port, so we will line up several cruises in a row, especially when we are going down to the Caribbean or, of course, places like over in Europe. Well, there was one particular month where we had a string of sailings, and we were going from a Royal Caribbean ship to a Disney ship. But I made a mistake of walking into my Royal Caribbean room, seeing that there was a bottle of wine there waiting for us, like there always is, and I immediately took the bottle of wine and put it in the suitcase and didn't think anything of it until we realized on our next cruise, which was a Disney cruise, that bottle of wine had been confiscated, and we received a letter in our room stating, "We caught you. You tried to bring a bottle of wine in your checked baggage, which is against our policy. We have taken this bottle of wine and we have destroyed it." Disney does not mess around. If you don't follow the rules of putting the wine in your checked baggage and claiming that you're bringing that on board, the wine gets thrown away and you don't get it back. Well, my biggest fear now with Carnival is if something like this were to happen and we were to have a bottle of wine in a piece of luggage that we just forgot about or didn't think about, could we have gotten then banned for life? I would hope that there would be an appeal process or some type of explanation that a cruiser could give if they made an honest mistake like this. But I will say that Jared and I are going to be much more careful when hopping from ship to ship, especially if we get any type of alcohol, that we're not bringing that on board from one cruise line to the other, unless it is, of course, an allowed bottle of wine that we can stick in our carry-on and claim that we're bringing it on board at check-in. This is just something to note that you really need to be careful about. At the end of the day, it is not worth it to bring on alcohol on board a cruise ship. If you're going to cruise, pay for the drink package if you want drinks. Don't sneak alcohol on board. Carnival now has said this very publicly. I think the other cruise lines like Royal Caribbean and Norwegian could easily lay down the same law and crack the whip of saying we are not going to stand for cruisers bringing alcohol on board our ships any further. And don't, for the love, brag on social media when you break a rule in any facet of your life. That is just very, very unwise, because that's the fastest way for you to get caught. Well, let me know what you think about this in the comments below. This is a pretty hot topic and people are buzzing all around the internet. So I know that you all have a lot of things to say about what John Heald says and about this policy and about Carnival raising their prices. Let me know what you think of this topic below. Could this happen to you? Let me know and leave a comment below. Well, thank you so much for watching. That was the video for today. My name is Jordan. This is JJ Cruise. And until next time, see ya.